What is up? What is up, everybody? We are here. We're gonna build this damn project. Just gonna wait for a couple more people to come in. Let me just set up a little bit behind the scenes real quick. There's not really too much I want to do. I kind of still want to break this down a little bit. Because the project that we're gonna be doing is gonna be pretty much testing, my skill level. But there was a little bit that I wanted to break down before really hopping into it, and I broke down a couple of things kind of trying to just write it out in steps for myself. So it's pretty dope. Mr. Mickey the Mouse, hey, what is up? What is up? This is Gigi. Hey, Gigi. Nothing much. Nothing is really too up except for the fact that we're gonna be building a project today. Hopefully it doesn't go by quickly. It might, because I honestly broke down the project like just 2 seconds ago. So I feel like I might kind of understand a little bit too much than I was supposed to. But like I said, there was just a couple more things though that I did want to write down to kind of understand. So real quick, probably just gonna write some of that down. This step probably isn't gonna make no types of sense, but I do want to write down some steps as well, like to what I think I would need, kind of breaking the problem down, right? To see what steps I would need to, get what I'm trying to get, which is going to be super damn dope. Because what's crazy, yesterday most of y'all voted for the certification JavaScript, but I think I checked today. Tell me why. Let me see real quick, because I believe it was like 67 people voted, and then now building JS projects ended up getting 40%. So I'm like, I gotta build today. Hey, what's up, PSY? What is up? What is up? So I'm like, I gotta build today because y'all clearly want it, right? So now I'm here. Now I'm ready to build. Just real quick, I'm just trying to see a couple more things. I already know all about this. Okay, so I think right now I'm just trying to look over my code and just actually, you know what? I'm gonna take it along with me. Actually, I just forgot I was not showing y'all nothing. All right, let's just jump right up into this. Actually, hold on. Okay, now let's jump right up into this. So this is what I'm going to be making. I know it looks very simple, but this is the color flipper. Now, I think this is going to test my knowledge. This is going to test my knowledge because I'm still somewhat of a beginner when it comes to, what is it called? JS, right? So we're honestly going to keep the same exact thing that they have written here, but I'm going to rework the JS. As of right now, this still works, which looks very beautiful. It hurts my damn eyes, not gonna lie. Some of these colors are bright as hell, but looks very beautiful. Now, basically, what was I about to do? Basically. What was I about to do? Oh yeah, so this is the code that works. So I was gonna put this all into a comment and then close this all off. But this is pretty much the code that works. I wanted to break it down a little bit more because now, actually, let me do that part on camera, right? So step one, I think is very clear. We need to declare some variables. And the variables that need to be declared is color button and color code. That's not too difficult. Gotta get it by its element ID. What is up, foot hall? And then second, I need to generate a function, as you can see up here, a function of a random hex color, which obviously we're gonna jump in there and put everything that we could put in there. Let the color be the hashtag, let the letters be this. And then you got to do it by 6, meaning that you are giving 6 characters. You're going to need 6 characters, but then here is allowing random characters. So you're going from 0 to 16 because that's how much is here, I believe. I think there's 16 or 15, I believe. I'm not sure. 1, 2, 3. I'm not even going to count. I believe that's 15 or 16, something like that. And so you're allowing 6 characters with this one, but then you're allowing them to use about any of these up here within the 6 characters. Which is gonna be pretty dope. And then, or is it 5? Not the point. And then you have to add a click button, which I'm going to have to write all these steps down. So I already got step 1 written down. Step 2 is get random color function that generates a random hex. Because eventually all this is going to disappear. All this is basically going to be erased or pushed down. It's going to be my reference code. So it's like I gotta write down as much as I could without really taking the answer, right? So it's like, I put a get random color function that generates a random hex color. Think possible characters in the hex and remember the hashtag, because I might forget that. Then it says step 3, write a for loop in the function. How many characters are used to create a hex code? Like think of that. Think of math.random, math.floor. Next, I wanted to put why you needed 16, and then I learned because you're scaling from 0 to 15, so that's going to be super dope. Hey, what is up? What is up? This is what happened to your barber website. We are still currently making the barber website. Today was actually, or yesterday, was actually supposed to be the barber website's video, but then I didn't realize that I actually made a month in learning how to code, so I decided to push that video out before the barbershop website. But tomorrow, you will be getting a barbershop website. If anyone hasn't noticed, I've actually been posting every other day. But yeah, yesterday was supposed to be the barbershop web episode, but I decided to save it because I made 4 months of learning how to code yesterday, so I wanted to push that video out. It says, hello, I am new here. I'm also developer student. Hey, that is what's up, man. As of right now, I'm about to make this project, but I'm trying to write down some steps without really getting the answer here. I'm going to write down some steps on how to get this, and then I'm pushing this code all the way down, and I'm going to be writing it myself. So it's going to be very, very damn difficult, but we're going to end up getting into it anyway. So then I'm assuming step 5, because I haven't written anything down at this point, is remember to add an event, or I would say, honestly, I was going to say think. Let me put think how to click a button, because I don't want to be too clear. How to click a button, which would obviously be the add event listener, but you know, I don't want to be too clear. Then you got to think how to generate the random color. And then probably declare variable, because I might not even remember. Like I'll be like, oh yeah. And then just never declare the variable. I'll probably write it, and then we got to remember to apply the color to the page, which should be quite simple. And then lastly, update the color, or update the text on the page. Text on page, which should just be text content. So this should all quite be simple. Step 5 is probably gonna be the biggest step. I honestly could have broke down step 5 into like 4 steps, but I'm deciding to just not do that entirely. So from here forward, we're going to put this in a comment. We're going to put this in a comment, and we're going to, oh wait, I think I did that wrong. Please. Okay, here we go. Put that in a comment. Oh gosh. And we're going to throw this down. Throw it down, throw it down, throw it down. Now we're going to come up here and start our own code. So it says, isn't it wild that computers can't actually generate truly random numbers? No, yeah, it's insane. It is really insane. So now, as y'all can see, this does not work. We got this part up here. As you can see as well, all we really got written here is an H1, a span for the color code, and then an ID color button. I don't even know if you really needed, oh, I guess you do need a span for this, just so that you could target this particular one. I wonder if you could have did a P element. Would it be the same or no? Then our style CSS, of course, is nothing really too crazy except for just centering it, displaying it. The reason why I'm not doing the HTML and CSS part of it is because those things are probably going to be easy. I feel confident with my HTML, my CSS. I just want to hop into the JavaScript. Let's finally get up in there. It says they can do almost everything, but it's impossible for them to generate truly random numbers. No big facts. That is crazy. Make sure you end up liking this stream. If you are new here, man, hit that subscribe button. I've been documenting my journey since day 0. Let's finally jump into this project. I'm trying to see where to put my phone so I can read y'all comments. All right, I'm gonna put my phone, probably gonna put my phone like right here so I can read y'all comments. So if y'all see me looking over here, I'm reading y'all comments. So let's go. So the first thing we need to do without looking at my steps is we need to declare a variable. That is probably the easiest thing you can do. So immediately we're going to go for the color button variable, and we got to remember to get that by the document.getElement by ID, and we got to make sure that the element ID is correct. So if we're going for this one, let's just copy and paste to make sure everything runs smoothly. And then we're going to copy and paste this here, but we're switching this to actually be, I think it's color code, right? Yes. So we're going to be switching this to actually be color code. And then color code is going to end up getting this underline here. So now we are already on the correct step, color code. Let me see if anyone has commented. Oh, you commented the brain, the blow up brain. How do you even say it? Blow up brain is crazy. The mind blown. So now we got both of these declared. Next, which is going to be simple, is writing out this function which should be called get random color, I think, function. And with this get random color function, the goal is to get it to where you have, I think as of right now, I'm going to try to think slow. We need to declare, I believe, a number thing from 0 to F. I believe. So we probably got to go const. But what name should I do? Probably letters, right? Because I'm not trying to look at my notes here. So probably going to go letters. And then we're going to put from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we're going, I don't know if I should uppercase. Did I uppercase before? That might be the one thing I feel like looking back for. Did I uppercase? I might have, right? A, B, C, D, E, F. Yeah, I think you uppercase. So A, B, C, D, E, F. Boom, you got that one. Then we need to do another, oh wait, no, I think this one should be let. I'm not sure. And then we also need to declare something. I'm not really sure what to call this. What do I call this, y'all? It says, please do a video about what topics have to cover as a front-end developer, like HTML, CSS, and JS. Include each and every one of them. I mean, I could do that. I'll definitely think about that. So then now we got to do, because somehow I need to declare this hashtag, but I'm just trying to think, oops, that's not the hashtag, but I'm just trying to think, like, what name could I give it? Should I say color? Because technically it's going to be the color, right? And in real technicality, bro, I can't say technicality. Oh, there we go, technicality. Okay, so now let me see what's my next step, because I'm kind of blanking. So it says write a for loop in the function. How many characters are used to create a hex, and then think of math.random and stuff like that. So now we got to immediately get into this for loop. And I think immediately, I believe it goes I equals 0. Is it a comma or, no, I think it's this. I equals 0, and then you're doing I is less than 6 because you're trying to make it, only give you 6 possible characters, right? So that should be the goal there. And then, of course, you do the incremented I. Oops. The incremented I. I don't remember if you drop down. Okay, yeah, you do. So now that allows 6 characters to be used, but now I need to do the 16 character thing. Or not 16 character, but, math.random, pick from these damn 16, right? I don't think do I need to declare anything? Don't think I need to declare, but I believe if I'm doing this and I'm allowing there to be a place where you could pick from 16 characters, right? I believe I'm supposed to target this because you're getting the hashtag, right? I'm picturing this as the hashtag. You're getting the hashtag and then you need them to generate something after the hashtag. I'm assuming you would go color. But do you do color like plus? Color equals? Well, you can't do color equals because then that would change the declaration. So it needs to be color. But I don't know if it's just color plus. I don't even know what works. Is it plus equals? And then I think you immediately jump into the math.random. I could be wrong here. Oh wait, no. Because you're supposed to start actually with math.floor. And then I think within this you do math.random. And then you close this, but then outside of it, which I just would never understand. Wait, did I mess that up? But then outside of it, you're supposed to do times 16, I think. Math.random, math.floor. I wouldn't even know how to check if that's working, right? Because it's like, oh, I'm forgetting to link this, I think. I feel like. I'm supposed to link this to something. It says, is AI can make websites? Are you asking? I would say, I think 100% AI can definitely make websites, but if you're asking in the sense of, is it worth it to become a web developer? I definitely would say 100% it is worth it to become a web developer because at the end of the day, AI is still going to need, a lot of help. And I feel like the best thing for us to do is to learn how to work with AI. If you only know the basics, then yeah, you're probably going to get replaced. If you know entry-level stuff, you're probably going to get replaced. But That's why your goal should be to ultimately learn how to work with AI, because it could actually help you rather than hurt you. So that's just the index. You need the character of the index and the letters. Oh, you told me. You told me what I needed to do. I was trying to figure it out. Okay, so now I just need the letters here. I think I'm supposed to start that with letters. But then what? Is it supposed to have this around it? Or am I tripping? I'm tripping. Why it's not working? Does it not have this around it? What the hell? How am I messing up with my syntax here? How am I messing up with my syntax here? Because I swore it's supposed to look something like this. No. Or wait, is it this? Oops, my bad. What's going on here? I'm not too sure. My syntax seems to be off the charts. Let's see if I can open it up and see if the console helps me here. It's a syntax error. I'm missing that after my argument list. I'm missing. Oh, is it another one of these? Okay. So now how does that look? Hey, I'm so happy I was able to just read that error, bro. Y'all have no idea. Okay, so now we're good. Now that's working. So we got letters, math that floor. It says, oh, apologies, I'll be careful. No, it's all good. It is all good. I figured it was letters. I was just trying to think of, like, for a second, like, where I was supposed to write it. It says, let me see real quick. It says AI will only replace bad developers. Basically, it says what you're making. I'm making a color flipper, color picker and basically I'm trying to learn this and do this because I'm trying to match like my JavaScript intellect. And I feel like I'm not that good at JavaScript. Maybe I'm kind of underestimating myself though, because I think I'm eating so far. Haven't really messed up like that bad, except for I couldn't really, oops, I'm about to flip that whole thing. Couldn't really figure out with my letters and stuff like that. But I think this is pretty good for my knowledge. I'm going to continue to make projects throughout the weeks, like smaller projects to see my knowledge and stuff like that. I do have notes written on the side of step 1 to like step 5, just if I need a little bit of help. But I made the steps, so it's not like someone else made the steps. I made it for myself, broke it down. So it's pretty damn dope, man. So make sure you hit that sub button. Thumbs up, all apologies. I'll be careful next. Oh, wait, no. It was all good, but it says, I'm learning face of web dev, but all my friends say it's not worth it because AI can make it. Is it true? I 100% think that making websites are still worth it, but at the end of the day, you could go with whatever you feel. If you think it's not going to be worth it, then don't do it. Because like for me, I personally think it's going to be worth it, so I'm going to push for what I think it's worth. If you don't think it's going to be worth it, then probably just don't do it and maybe, go a different route. But I personally think it's 100% going to be worth it. I don't see AI taking it whatsoever. I think you just have to work with it. So next, let me see my next step real quick because we finished the function. Now we got to go to step 4, which is, oh wait, no, I think this is still written in the function, right? Because I think I wrote that, right? That this is supposed to still be written. Oh no, this is supposed to be separate, but I think I'm jumping too fast. Oh wait, no, I already did the 16 hex. Oh yeah, so then now, of course, I have to return my color. Sorry, I was like looking at my notes. I'm like, what's going on here? Okay. So now I gotta return my color. Now let's jump to step 4. It says, someone said, let me see, it says, why don't you try to start making real projects, actual websites, instead of making little systems? I've actually been making real projects outside of this, so thank you so much for saying that, because I do believe that some people tend to not make real projects outside of it. And I think when you're learning, like your goal should be to make real projects. So there's a series on my channel where I'm actually making exactly the type of websites I want to sell to entrepreneurs, like barbers, nail techs, hair techs. And I have a whole series going on about that if y'all want to check that out. Haven't necessarily finished that website, but I have been putting in a lot of work, a lot of effort. I got about, I think like 6 videos on it. So it's pretty damn dope. So definitely go check those out if you want to see me make some real life websites that I do plan on selling to people at some point. But it says, why don't you just generate a number between 1 and 429, 496 and convert that into a hexadecimal? I mean, I could do that, but as of right now, I've only learned it a certain way, so I was just trying to do it the way that I was doing it. But I'll definitely screenshot that for later because there's also something else I want to do for my rock, paper, scissors game at some point. And so when I end up making it, I'm gonna start adding like new stuff to it, which is pretty damn dope. So yes, I'll definitely take that in. Okay, so what is my next step? So step 5, think how to click on a button. So I guess that's just immediately what I'm going to be jumping into. How do I click on this button? So I'm assuming there should be no, at this point, there should be no function. There should be nothing that this is wrapped into. I think we're outside of the function, but we're making a click function basically, or not a click, but an add event listener. So then to do this, I believe it goes like this. I'm not too positive. But then also too, I'm not sure if you're still here. I think your name is I don't know how to pronounce that. I don't know if it's as Duvek or something like that. But also too, I'm actually quite a beginner when it does come to JavaScript. So I do have my projects, but I am quite a beginner when it does come to JavaScript, which is why I'm testing my skills out on these things that may seem easy to you, but are actually difficult for me. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to get myself to get comfortable with the for loop, get comfortable with declaring variables. Like I'm still quite a beginner when it comes to JavaScript, simply because I wasn't able to put in as much time as maybe the next person could have. Especially, because I'm so busy. You know what I mean? I'm definitely very busy compared to the next person. So we got add an event listener. So I'm assuming the rest of my code should be written inside of here. What is up, Ruby? What is up? Make sure y'all end up hitting that sub button, man. I've been showing my journey of learning how to code since day 0. And from this moment forward, I've been documenting the entire journey on lives, on videos. So if y'all ever, appreciate that journey, can definitely hit that sub button. Moving forward, I still continue to post every other day. And I go live every single day. But I'm probably not going to go live tomorrow, though. So, hey. Says, honestly, you're doing great. Everyone starts somewhere. Have fun learning. No, big facts. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Because this is actually quite difficult for me. Even though this may be, easy for the next person, but it's quite difficult for me. So at this point now, I need to do something where I believe I'm going to try and activate this function, but this function needs to be activated for getting this color, right? So I'm assuming I'm declaring a variable, right? I'm assuming I'm declaring a variable for like a new color. That's probably going to be the name of it. It says hi from Argentina. Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. You've been in this live before. I remember your name. So I'm thinking I'm doing a new color, and then this will need to equal the function. This needs to equal the function. So we got to do get random color function, which should activate that. And then from this point forward, it says, think how to click a button, generate a random color. So I think this is what is going to be generating this random color, right? The new color is going to be coming from this function. So I guess it will always start as 0. Then it says, apply the color to the page, and then update the text on the page. So that's the next 2 pieces of code we need to do. So how do we apply this color to the page? Which honestly probably is going to be the hardest thing for me to do because I don't remember. So I might skip that. And just immediately get to the color code part. That's a little bit easier. It says, please be careful with typing errors. Oh, do I already have some? Oh, damn. Damn. Where is my typing error? Let me see. I almost missed this. Is it my comma? No, I think I'm supposed to have a comma. We're supposed to close this out. Oh, is it my function? Am I writing the function part in the wrong spot? Oh, I think I have 2. Oh, wait, no. Hold on. That's supposed to be like that. How did I miswrite this? So it says function. I think you're supposed to close out the function, yeah. And then you're supposed to... How did I miswrite this? Let me go and see. They're probably going to tell me. Damn, this screen bright as hell. Syntax error, unexpected token. So what, that part is just supposed to be deleted? Or is it supposed to be... Wait, I'm so confused. Click function. I swore. Because even so, if this is supposed to be deleted, it's still not working. Because then now there's an issue. There would be an issue there. Let me see. It's another syntax error. You're missing that after the listing argument. Okay. So what, is it supposed to be like a space or something? but I don't think that it would even make sense. Unexpected TS. What? That's unexpected, and then what's wrong with this one? Unexpected. I don't even see that. Are you telling me to put this here? What the hell? What the hell did I just miswrite? Function. I'm so lost. It says possibly make the screen bigger. How do I make the screen bigger again? Is that F11? No, I don't even remember. It says put the function inside of the add event listener. Oh my goodness. My fault, y'all. My fault. I think it's supposed to be something like this. Hold on. Because now I just remembered. It's supposed to be something like this. And then I think, hold on, from here now, where am I going wrong? From here, where am I going wrong? Is it my comma? We're saying function, put that, and then close that, and then, oh, so this is supposed to come after? Okay, there we go. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe I did that. Guess that's probably a note I gotta take because that was something else. Since you wouldn't need any for loops, it would be faster. But the only way that I learned it, I've learned it with the for loop. So you're saying to generate a hexadecimal. Oh, so you're basically saying if you're doing the hexadecimal. Okay. Type error, you're typing imagine. It says numbers, you can just generate a random number between 1 to 429. And then using the inbuilt random function and then just use to string 16 to convert it. Oh, so that's crazy. So I guess that's pretty cool that you could learn that in a different way. But okay, so next, like I said, I'm kind of feel like I'm not really remembering how to get the color to apply to the what is it called? Get it to the new color. I do know it's supposed to equal new color, but so I'm just gonna jump to this part because this part is probably gonna be the easiest. So we're just gonna do color code equal, or not equal, sorry. Dot, I think is it text content or content text? Text content. And then I believe that should just be equals new color. So then that should be switching basically, this should be updating the text. But now I got to think about how to get this background done. And I know I'm going to be targeting the body, right? It's control plus, okay, there we go, perfect. So I know I'm going to be targeting the body here. Hey, that's what's up. There's a lot of people up in here. Make sure y'all end up hitting that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Come join me on this journey. We got the screen to be a little bit bigger now. It says I'm doing embedded C++ right now. My entire day feels like that interaction. Hey, that's what's up. No, facts, man. Facts. It is crazy. Hold on, sorry. Trying to get my phone propped up. We are still on the road to 1,120. I'm not sure if we hit it or if we're not even close, but make sure y'all hit that sub button. So next, how do I get this background color changed? This should be quite simple, but I'm having difficulty. So I think you just go document.body. Something like this, because the thing is you're trying to get the body from the CSS to start changing color. So you're trying to target that. You're trying to target this function to the body. So body.style and then what? I feel like there definitely is one more thing, so I'm just going to leave it like that. But then I just know it's supposed to equal new color. And when it equals this new color, it's immediately applying to the page. So it says, fun fact, VS Code is made on JavaScript. Hey, that's what's up. That's a bit better, thanks. And then, so now I got to remember, I think it's just background color, right? Because what you're trying to do is you're targeting the body. You're targeting it in style, or style. You're trying to style it, right? So you're writing style. Yeah, so I think you'll just go background color. Background color. Background. Do I uppercase here? I actually don't know because I don't know when the hell I'm supposed to be using freaking. Okay, I think I do. So equals new color, and then that's just it, right? I believe that should be it. And then what's my last step? Oh, wait, no. I think that might just be it entirely. So should this be working already? Should this be working already, y'all? Oh, this is going to hurt my eyes. Okay, no, it's not. So I must have written, I either must have written something wrong or I'm forgetting a piece of code. Yeah, I must be forgetting a piece of code here. It says, yo, what's up? What is up? It says, hey, did you also facing some from a VS Code today when I'm making a JS project, I face a problem in it. I'm asking you, Marzi. I don't know what question you're asking. You're saying, did I also face an issue with my VS Code today? Yes, I actually didn't know. I get what you're saying. I didn't have no issue. Like, you're basically saying, like, it was probably difficult for you to get into it. Yeah, no, I didn't have no issue. I must be forgetting a piece of code or something because this is not working. This is not working. I'm trying to think. I feel like I wrote everything. No, am I forgetting what else I need to do? Function, generate color code, text content, apply color to the page, update color to the page. Oh, am I not linked? No, script.js. No, I am linked. Okay, at first I was like, am I not linked to my JavaScript? I mean, I must not. Is this not working? Because even my event listener isn't working either. No, I have to be linked to my JavaScript. I must be missing like a piece of code or something. I do have my reference code all the way at the bottom, so maybe I'll have to look at my reference code. But real quick, I want to see, like, I'm going to look over my own code for a second, see if there's something I'm missing. But I don't think so. We got 0 to F, we got the hashtag. Because either way, the button should have worked, I think. We got the letters, then we got the add event listener button. You're doing add event listener click function. Maybe I could have wrote that wrong. No. Const new color, random color. Document. Is it this one? Dot style background color equals new color. So that mean, did you also face some problem in VS Code, the running code or something? Because I also do and can tell me what are you making today. Oh, like basically face problems like just in general, like with writing my code. I guess, kind of, yeah. And then right now I'm working on this color picker. It's kind of like a beginner project, but just trying to get this down pat. I'm kind of having difficulty right now seeing why this isn't working. Color code, text content equals new color. Is it because, oh, we know. It says new color return a value. New color return a value. I think I'm gonna have to look at my reference code and see what I put. It looks like I wrote all of this. This is my reference code. Oh, I know. Const new color. I don't understand why that's not working. My reference code could it be the quotations around this? Are they having a heart attack? I mean, I doubt it. I feel like I've definitely used what I've used before. Is it the comma? I got the comma. Return color, got that. Everything looks quite similar. I mean, I doubt it's probably the single quotes, but just to make it look a little bit more similar. Color button. Wait, why? Why don't I see my color button being used? Oh wait, never mind. Never mind. Huh. Plus equals, yeah. Oh, I accidentally put, okay. Now I see it. I accidentally put this, instead of putting this in this, then what, I'm supposed to like erase the last one? Instead of putting this in this, this might be where the hell I just went wrong. Not even might, guarantee it. Guarantee it. There we go. Thank God I saw that. Thank God I saw that. Look how beautiful this looks. Those are some bright colors. I'm very happy I just made this. I definitely probably gonna make it a couple more times to get myself used to it. Because I think where everything started feeling good was after my for loop, because like that was like very easy. Where it got hard was when it came to not the specific color button add event listener, but when it came to like remembering that, okay, you need to declare a new color, make it equal get random color. You need to change the background, like the body. I know that's going to be easy when I know that's going to be easy the more I learn it, basically. And then, but then also too, the text content, I think I'll always remember, but remembering that it needed to link back to the new color, back to the function, is where kind of gets a little bit tricky for me, but this is super damn dope. We finally created this. I'm so happy. How long have we been on stream for? It says, what's the project? The project was a color flipper. I just wanted to, it says, you know me from the previous live. I feel like I have seen you before. What is up, man? But you're saying, what's the project? The project was a color flipper, and it was basically quite an easy project, but to test like my level of JavaScript. I'm not really too well at it. I have been learning how to code for about 4 months, so you would think my JavaScript skills would be through the roof, but I actually don't have enough time in my day. So when it does come to me learning, I actually learn coding 1 hour throughout my day. So it kind of feels like I'm like really 2 months into learning how to code. But then on top of that, I had this experience where I documented the entire journey, where I kind of backtracked myself hard because somebody told me to learn HTML, CSS, and JavaScript at the same time, where it made me fumble on all three. So I had to restart at one point as well. I'm a very busy person. I work 12-hour shifts at my job every single day, basically. So I don't have much time in my day to learn how to code, so I'm trying to get myself to relearn JavaScript, and I've been getting way better, like so much better, and I'm very happy that I was able to get this project done rather quickly. Tomorrow when I probably start my stream, I'm going to retry and do this again without getting much help. I think where I really needed a bit more help was here. But I did write down my own steps, which was super dope. Like, I'm trying to get myself used to like doing pseudocode, or at least breaking it down in a really easy way. So that was super dope, man. Make sure y'all end up hitting that subscribe button. I'm on the road. Oh, we already hit it. We already hit 1,120, which I think is super dope. We're gonna have to make a new goal. Our new goal is going to be sub goal. Our new goal is going to be 1,130 now, because we finally already hit 1,122, which is what's up. Simply, 01. 2026. I actually feel like that was super fun. I felt like I definitely did learn more making that project. That was actually super damn cool. So thank you all for joining along with me while doing that. Now I'm still debating on, I feel like I'm pretty much done here. It says, yo, what is up, Clark? What is up, Clark? It says, yeah, 3 at the same time is not great. Yeah, I know. I can't believe people actually recommended that to me. That was probably the worst thing I've ever been recommended to do, was to do that. What is up, Goku? Alright, so this looks pretty damn cool, man. I'm super happy that I just did that. I'm wondering, at this point, I'm probably going to continue making small projects moving forward. Probably not today, though, because I like to really break down my code, and I don't want to take y'all along that long process of me breaking down the code. So we're actually going to end up closing this. We're going to count that as a win. We ended up making that project. That was amazing. Thank you all so much. You said this is awesome. You're definitely going to be watching a lot more. Hey, thank you, man. That is super damn dope. And I cannot wait to build another project later. But as of right now, I am currently trying to also get my certification through JavaScript. And so if you guys are new here, you probably don't really know too much of my journey. But I ended up getting my responsive web design certification a couple of weeks ago. So now I've been trying to do the same thing to get, what is it called? My JavaScript certification. So JavaScript and algorithms and data structures, they have a certification in Free Code Camp. And Free Code Camp has actually been helping me learn a bit more of JavaScript. It's definitely been very helpful. And eventually, we're actually going to create this counter project on my own at some point calorie counter. At some point when I finish this. I don't even think I'm close to finishing it on here, so we gotta kind of get through this so I can end up doing that as well. But I have something written here, which returns a node list is an array-like object. You can at least, like, I don't know if this was towards my Free Code Camp. Like, what is this? I mean, I think it was towards my Free Code Camp, or is this one? Naming functions. Oh no, this is towards the Odin project where I was taking notes. This one's towards Free Code Camp, so I guess I'll do this on camera. It says 41 viewers. I'm a legit streamer now. I know this is kind of crazy that there was that much people in here. Maybe y'all really do want to see me do a lot of builds. This might have to be the wave moving forward. Do like a build in the beginning, learn some Java, or try to get my certification towards the end. That might be the wave. That might be the wave. Might have to start doing that. So query selector all. Wait, where the hell did I even do this query selector all? Was this not? That's so weird. So I have a note here that I don't even know where the hell it came from. Where the hell did this come from? I swore I learned this. Oh, I know, this is coming from here. Oh, I'm stupid. My query selector. Okay, we don't gotta talk about that. We don't gotta talk about that. It's right there. So it says, what is that? 2-hour live stream question mark? No, I actually have to go to work today. So how long have I been on stream? 40 minutes. I'm gonna wait until I hit an hour. So let's finally keep this going. Saying, what is that? This is free code camp. I don't know if you're talking about this in particular, but this is a place where you can actually get a certification. And I got my first one here, so I'm trying to get another one here. So they want me to declare a new HTML string variable and assign it an empty template literal string. Okie doke. So we're going, I don't know if they want me to do let, so we're gonna have to go let HTML I feel like this is actually not what they want me to do. What do you mean an HTML string variable and assign it an empty literal string? And an empty literal is what? The $ and then this? I think I misunderstood. Your add entry function should have a HTML string variable. Is this not an empty literal? Or template literal? Yeah, I believe that's how you write that. So I'm definitely getting this part wrong. So saying declare a new HTML string variable and assign it an empty template literal. Oh, string. Never mind. I probably got this part right then. Or am I tripping? Oops. Can I please copy and paste? Okay, no. Yeah, I'm tripping. An empty literal. Can they please get this together? Yeah, so it's not that. Your HTML string should be an empty literal. Yeah, so they don't even see it when I do that. Then there's something wrong here. It's supposed to be like a space or something. No, it's not. So I feel like should have an HTML string variable. Why am I getting confused? Declare a new HTML string variable and assign it an empty template literal. It says I'm talking about the certs. Oh yeah, from Free Code Camp. It's like a certification basic. So basically, this certification is for JavaScript. It says, hey, I saw one of your videos about the rock, paper, scissors, and someone commented about using a map for rule conditions. Then you asked what is a map instead of asking in the comments. You could ask ChatGPT. That's true. I could do that, but sometimes I sometimes I like to interact with my people. So I was hoping that he would have responded, but I guess not. An empty string is just quotes. Oh, because I thought they're asking for like an empty lateral, like a literal, because they're saying a template literal string. So I thought maybe they were asking, oh yeah, see? Because they're asking for an empty this. Unless I'm supposed to do it in a backtick. Am I supposed to do it in a backtick? And then I'm supposed to do like the $? Maybe. Your add entry function should have an HTML string variable. I think I'm confused by this part because the fact that this is even popping up in green, I've never declared anything like this. And then what's going on here? I don't understand why that's coming out weird. Should be an empty template literal. Is this not empty? Just write something in it and it passes through. Okay, let me see. It's saying there is a syntax error. A syntax error? What? I am so lost. I might need some help with this one, y'all. I'm actually lost for some reason. But it's saying you need to build a dynamic HTML string to add the web page. So declare HTML string variable. Assign it an empty template literal. Unless I'm supposed to do just the backticks but keep it empty. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad I got that on my own because I didn't even know y'all wrote that in the comments. So I'm so happy I got that on my own. Thank God I thought that through because I'm like, yo. Okay, so no spaces. Have you tried doing the backticks? No, yes, I did it, man. I did it. Because for some reason for some reason I was thinking the template literal was the $ in that. So I'm thinking like empty. Okay. But okay, the template literal I guess would be considered the backtick. Oh yeah, and I literally have it written down right here. I said within a string, template literals are denoted with backticks. I guess that technically means it started like that. The thing strings makes it green. Oh, okay. So then, oh, and look, they only put one. They put one backtick and like, we're done. Oh, never mind. We're inside the backtick now. We were inside the backtick. An empty template literal is that. Yes, that's where I was getting confused, man. Thank y'all so much for the views. If y'all can all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, that would be super damn dope. The more steps we solve, the closer we get to my certification. If y'all want to see the project that I built earlier, it was super damn dope, but that's how we're probably going to do my streams from now on, which would be super crazy. So it says inside your template literal, create a label element and give it the text entry hashtag name. Using your template literal syntax, replace the hashtag with the value of entry number. Y'all, I'm gonna freak out. I'm gonna freak out because they're teaching me template literals. I don't know what's going on here. We're just gonna have to keep pushing. So inside your template literal, we're inside of it now. Create a label element. When it says create a label element, first thing I'm thinking of is declaring a variable. I don't think that's what they want because I feel like they would have said declare a variable. So create a label element and give it the text entry name. Using your template literal replay. Okay, first of all, the fact that I can't even speak, nothing is coming off my tongue here. This is just an absurd behavior. Absurd behavior. So let me reread again. Inside your template literal, create a label element and give it the text entry hashtag name. Using your template literal syntax, replace the hashtag with the value of the entry number. So let me see how this works with the value of the entry number. So what I'll be writing this? That would be crazy, bro. Okay, let me see. So I guess I'm doing label, but I don't even know how to create a label element. Is label element just straight up label? Is this a real thing? Label L? Why am I? Oh, I'm still in quotes. Wait, I'm still in quotes. Hold on. Or I'm still in backticks. Label L. I don't even have a label. Yeah, I don't have a label. I'm tripping right now. I'm tripping hardcore. Create a label element, because even if I did let, like we're inside of quotes, I'm just remembering that. So that wouldn't make sense. Unless I'm supposed to do, unless I'm supposed to do something like, am I supposed to just do entry, and then do my backtick? I mean my backtick. I'm so stupid, bro. So then I'm guessing I'm supposed to do entry hashtag, but replace the hashtag with entry number. Something like this. And then what? I write name after? Is this it? And then, yeah. Okay, we were close. Where did we go wrong? Your label element should have the text this. Oh, I didn't uppercase. Oops. Okay, never mind. That didn't help. So entry, hashtag entry number name. You should have a label element inside your template literal. Okay. Okay, so was I doing the right thing when I did label L equals, well, no, because we don't even have a label. Like, oh, you know what? I'm thinking do I have to declare it? You should have a label element. Okay, so let me see. But my thing is, like, how do you declare? How do you declare a label inside of a backtick? How do you declare a label inside of a backtick? I don't even think you could do that. Let me see. Yeah, no, there's no way that you're supposed to be sitting here creating a label. So maybe I gotta see what the hell like, what is a label element? That's probably something that I have to see. Let me go to here because I already have this open for some reason. So, oh, so straight up just a label element. So what? Do we have something linking to it? Let me see. Yeah, no. So we don't have a label element in here. Because I feel like what I'm trying to do doesn't make sense because we don't have it declared. So I'm thinking like text content. But then this like wouldn't make sense. And then what? Put backticks in here anyway? Yeah, no, this wouldn't make sense. Those aren't even backticks. But I guess we're gonna trial and error here. You should have a template label. You should have a label element inside your template. All right, that's not working. That's not working. All right, so now I'm going to finally say, at least I know I wrote this part right. So I'm happy about this. It's just this first part is where I'm getting confused. Create a label and give it the text. That's what I wrote. Did I not write that? Where is this at? Hold on, because damn, y'all started trying to help dumb early. Y'all didn't even let me try. That is why someone said it says HTML string will contain HTML. Label element is HTML label, genuine Clark. At this point, you should just open a new tab, maybe an HTML element. She doesn't want to sell this pen, and check what a label element is. You're missing the backticks. The backticks are there. If the US is a okay, what the hell? It says label element dot text content equals entry. Did I not do that? It says if it's a new label, you have to create it on console label. That's what I was thinking, right? Wouldn't you have to create it? You're not declaring anything here. Your job is to write a string raw HTML text, but with the value injected via template. That's what I'm saying because I looked through my HTML. Maybe I gotta close this completely. Because I looked through my HTML and I swore I didn't see no label. Oh. I guess I lied. I guess I lied. Never mind. Okay, let's come back in here. So, it says, who are we using vanilla JS instead of a framework, by the way? I think it's definitely better to do vanilla JS. So I'm going to write it the way this person put. So this person literally put label L, because this is what I was writing, and it didn't work. Text content equals, and then yeah, they did the backtick. I literally did this. And then another backtick. So this one didn't work. Oh wait, why is that adding twice? So this one didn't work. Okay, so then let's try and erase that. Now, let me try. It says, I like your dedication. Thank you so much, man. Where is it at? Someone else says something else. I'm trying to see. So you're not declaring anything. The job is to write a string raw HTML text, but with the value injected via template. No, I don't think honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I'm gonna understand this. She's learning web dev, so do vanilla JS is the best way to start. I'll make frameworks easier. Yep, I think I'm actually going to need help on this one, y'all. I tried doing it on my own, and I confused myself. Because saying create a label element, like I said, it makes you think you need to create, like, a document, but whatever. And then it says, give it the text entry-level name. So I'm supposed to be doing something where I'm clearly writing something up here, and then I need to do it down here. Because I was hoping that we already declared it. So I was like, okay, so just use this one. Which, would it be this? Technically? No, I don't think so. Because a label doesn't have... where did it go again? Oh yeah, because it has budget, but I think they're using the ID. Oh, so would it be that? There's no way. I doubt it. I doubt it. I don't think this is the case. Yeah, no. Honestly, I'm not even gonna try it. I love the dedication. Look how the label was created before the label for. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. At this point, I think any way someone puts it, I'm not gonna understand. I am not gonna lie. I don't think I'm gonna understand it. You should pass the label element inside. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just not gonna understand this one. I definitely going to need some help here. Up, 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 up. At least I got this part done though. I'm glad I did this. And then I know I'm gonna be so mad when I see the answer, cause I bet you I'm gonna be like, yo, I would have known that. Oh, so you're just straight up writing label? You gotta be kidding me. Vanilla CSS is the basic fundamentals, bro. You can't get rid of it. It makes you flexible. Still feel like it's faster to learn. I mean, listen, you may be right. It may be faster to learn it, but I don't know. I personally just feel like I like to learn vanilla because the point for me isn't about learning it fast. For me, it's about that is so crazy. I was just supposed to write label. I knew I was gonna get mad. I knew I was gonna get mad. But now I finally see what somebody else was saying. Because I don't know who said it, but somebody was saying that basically this is allowing you to write HTML inside of it. So that's just what I should have took a note of. Because I had no idea that I was literally just supposed to write HTML. That just pissed me off. And I knew it was going to be something so simple. Okay, so HTML string, I'm going to have to write a definition for this because that was crazy. That's literally the one thing that threw me off here. So let me go and see in my MDM docs. HTML string, because, oh my gosh. That was literally my downfall. HTML string. Honestly, and they're not even going to have it in here. Okay, whatever. I guess I'll just have to write my own thing. But allows HTML in JS. I cannot believe that. Oh my goodness. Damn, a lot of y'all were typing. I feel like I missed a lot. I'm probably going to have to go back. But it says, yeah, of course, if you enjoy vanilla better to learn, go with it. No, yeah, big facts, big facts. But all right, y'all, we are nearing the end. But it's not the end yet. If y'all have any questions, definitely ask them away. So that's, I meant to say it's a variable name, but the back, like putting, damn, how do I say it? Because I know it's a variable name, but basically with what I've written here, basically, is what's allowing me to write it in HTML. So then, yes, that holds text as a string. Yes, that's basically what I'm saying. Text as a string. The text define the template. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like I didn't say it like that, but that's pretty much what I meant. Facts. So yeah, so I ended up taking that note down. I got everything done. Now I'm gonna end up going back and then I'm going to see real quick because people were asking questions. Make sure y'all ask new questions as well. It says genuine question. Since you mentioned you'll be doing freelance for web dev, why don't you just use WordPress? It's the king of freelance web dev. If you're pursuing JS, you'll benefit more applying for a web job. Well, my thing is I'm currently pursuing the freelance. I kind of don't, like, I'm going to apply to jobs, but I feel like I don't care to do a job. I feel like I really want to do freelance work. So, and then also too with WordPress, I do eventually want to get into stuff like that. But, oh wait, no, because WordPress, isn't that just making websites without really the code? I'm not sure about that. Probably wouldn't get into that, but if it's still like coding and it's supposed to make it easier, I do plan on getting into stuff like that, but just not as of now. I want to learn vanilla. It says, where else is it? The thing is that I do know HTML and I do know CSS. So, because you said that is why someone said learn HTML and CSS and JS at the same time, because the HTML string will contain HTML. I do know HTML. I just didn't know they were trying to get me to write HTML inside of CSS. So I know HTML, I know CSS. I already got the certification for that and I make projects on that all the time. So it's not that I don't know it, I was confused. So it's saying, then people said, maybe an HTML label. And someone said she doesn't want to sell this pen. I do not want to sell the pen. says, and check what a label element is. It says you're missing the backticks. If the U.S. is a democracy where every vote counts equally, why do some states have more electoral votes? I wouldn't even know. If it's a new label, oh wait, so it says, I think, okay, here we go. It says, keep this pushing. Who are we using? Vanilla.js. Okay, so I think I caught up already. I think I've answered these at this point. So now let me answer the new one. Sorry about that. I was going back. It says, which laptop do I have? I have the Zephyrus Rogue G14. I think it's the Asus Rogue Zephyrus G14. I always say it backwards. I don't even know. I still probably said it backwards. But that laptop is amazing. HTML string is a variable name that holds text, aka string. No, yes. That's pretty much what I meant. Because what I wrote down was normally how I write down my notes is that I write down what I've written in my free code camp. So when I was saying the HTML string and I was writing it, I'm not writing it literally like HTML string equals this. Like, no, I know that's a declaration variable. I was just writing it the way that I wrote it in free code camp and it wouldn't confuse me. So it says, what do you think about GPT-5 replacing front-end dev? I honestly don't think it's going to happen. I think you have to ultimately learn how to work with AI. And if you don't learn how to work with AI, you're going to get laid off. That's just the facts. But if you learn how to work with AI, then nothing's going to happen to you. You're probably going to have to learn more, right? You're going to have to learn how to problem solve, learn how to do exactly what clients want. But I don't think it's going to replace anything unless you're not growing as a developer. It says, and the rest of the code from CodeCamp injects the code. So that's perfect. So then that means it's going to eventually teach me. That's amazing. So I think the GPT-5 will replace a lot of devs, not just front-end, but someone has to run GPT. Facts, that's what I'm saying, Fox Patrol. In the end, teams will be able to do more with less people. No big facts, but that's why you got to learn how to work with it, because if you're someone who don't know how to work with it, you're the first one to be cut. Says learning everything in order will be good for her. WordPress has both back-end and front-end, so it's good to learn front-end first. No big facts. So I wouldn't say replace devs, but for sure slim down teams. Now we need to see if with leaner teams, what appears first, more companies or more unemployment. Honestly, I think it might possibly even lead to more unemployment, but the reason why I would think that is because a lot of people in this world are lazy, and I feel like they tend not to try to work, like I said, work with it or get better. Like I've seen a lot of people get laid off from their jobs and they'll all admit that they were lazy. They were like, I didn't try to learn. I didn't try to get better. I got comfortable. And I think that's where a lot of people get to. So when they see something hard or like a block, they tend to give up. And so it might lead to just unemployment because I don't think people might not want to get better. They might not want to work. They might not want to, okay, now I need to do this. It says freaking GPT-5 stepped into scaring developers. I know, I'm surprised that actually ended up scaring people. But it says, yeah, most customers in freelance world will approach a WordPress dev because it's far cheaper and faster to make, though it's only for small, quick websites, but HTML, CSS, JS are more for bigger projects. Well, I do plan on using my HTML and CSS and JSS for smaller projects, like I said, for barbers, for instance. I'm always going to use that as an example because currently that's what I'm doing right now. But I feel like I'm trying to learn it for smaller websites anyway. But either way, even if I could potentially get into WordPress, but the thing is I'm not going to charge. Like, I think where people go wrong is they choose money over experience as a freelancer, but I'm not trying to make it my career as of yet. I know that I need experience over money. So for me, I'm going to charge cheaper than the next person, and I'm going to still offer the same value. So ultimately, it will allow me to get more like clientele because I'm still charging cheaper than this person, that person, this person, but I'm able to make you a really good website. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much what my goal is going to be with learning here. And I think it's going to ultimately end up working because like you said it's cheaper and faster, but if I'm making a small website, I have my templates and I'm charging cheap, I'm basically doing the same thing, but just with HTML, CSS, JS, if that makes sense. Because I'm going to have my templates. I'm going to make my own templates. And then from there, if they pick from a template, all I got to do is input what the hell they got, probably add a couple different things, change some colors, the game changes. You know what I mean? So then it says freaking GPT. Oh, it's saying your laptop is NVIDIA. I said that's so weird. But yes, it does have that GPU, and you could use that broadcast software, remove background from the camera. No, yeah, I did remove the background from the camera, but I didn't like it because my camera quality is kind of trash. So when I were to remove it from the background, it would look really blurry. So I just keep the background in, but I do plan on getting a better camera in the near future. Says to make the code editor full screen. No, yeah, that is true. Says you could it says, hey, what do you think about making a project with me, like making a website as a group project? It will help you explore working with a team too if you want. I'll definitely be down to get into that, but probably when I'm less busy. I'm not sure when that will be. Hopefully when overtime cuts. So overtime may cut around January, who knows? So maybe around that time. It says, why don't you try building an idea, my bad, into SaaS instead of freelancing only? I mean, I could do that, but I feel like as of right now, I want to keep my mind set on one thing and then probably branch off later. So like if I'm noticing, damn, I could probably start a startup or I could do this. It's like eventually I'll get into that. But I feel like as of right now, my goal is strictly freelancer, or not even freelancer, because I feel like when you say freelancer, people think, oh, you're going to try to make that as a career. Psh, that's not going to happen. And I'm like, whoa, hold on. So I like to say side hustle. I just want to make a couple extra bucks. My goal is to make at least like, in the end, like $400 extra, so I don't gotta do overtime. I make it just off of making a couple websites a month. You know what I mean? That's pretty much what my goal ultimately is. So it's pretty damn dope. It says, and put yourself in the corner and chat above so it'd be more professional and easier to see everything. Your UI now has a lot of gaps that do waste a bit of space. No, yeah, big facts. That is true. That is true. I definitely am gonna be working on my layout, but as of right now, I don't really have too much time for it, so I'll probably have to wait until maybe my day off. I keep saying I plan on changing my layout and then I never do it because I'm so busy. Like I'm like unruly busy. It's unbelievable. Like I think out of my day I only have 1 hour of free time and I give it to you guys on stream. So it doesn't even feel like free time sometimes. But it says I'm looking at a member for my startup company, so if you are good and have a unique idea so I can work with you. Well, JavaScript, I'm still struggling, so probably not yet. Maybe next year. Or not next year, but January. Says, well, you should be doing the same thing, but you'll be doing more work for a small project compared to WordPress devs. For example, 3 to 6 hours for WordPress works for small projects will take you 9 to 12 for the same. I honestly doubt it. I think it depends on the way that you do it, because I think it's definitely possible with HTML, CSS to make websites in 3 hours or less. I think it's definitely possible. But you're saying because you'll be making everything from scratch, but that's not actually true, because like I said, if I'm sitting there and I have my templates, because my goal as of now is to make as much templates for websites as I can. My goal is that when I'm offering a website to somebody, for instance, a barber, I'm hoping by then I'll probably have like 25 website templates. I'm like, look through these, which one aligns with you, and then you can give me ideas that branch off from that, right? The same thing, like for instance, if a girl is getting her nails done, a girl, sometimes they may come up from scratch being like, I want my nails to look like this. But most of the time, a girl is going to look at the nails on your website and they're going to be like, I want my nails to look like this, but instead of the flower, make it a heart. That isn't going to be too difficult for the nail tech because she's made it before. So it's like, that's how I'm thinking for my websites. I'm going to show you these templates. If you want something different, tell me what you want different. It shouldn't be that much of a change. It should be less than 3 hours because all I'm doing is putting the template. They pick the template. They're like, change this, this, and that, and the third. Other than that, I'm just typing in everything that aligns for their website without having to really change stuff, except for the stuff that they want to add and replace, if that makes sense. So it should still be a 3-hour process as long as they pick a template. Now, if they don't pick a template and they're like, no, I want it to look exactly like this, and they draw something, then that's when it's eventually going to be quite difficult. It says, what do you think? I honestly don't think of politics often. I'm not a real big politic person. I believe in Jesus. I think Jesus is definitely my king, so I don't care. Like, I don't think about people like running the country. I think God, hey, God is everything to me, okay? So for me, I don't pay attention. It says, I like your code, how you think, and what I want to do more and solve the problems and all. Did you done some personal projects? If you do, then I'll DM you. Do send me there so I can make you a position in my startup. I don't think, like I said, I wouldn't be able to do it now. And I'm guessing January. I feel like I need to get my JS skills better, but definitely if you hit me up on Insta, we could definitely talk it out. So do you know React? Definitely no. I do not know React yet. I'm trying to get everything vanilla first before I start getting into React and Tailwind and stuff like that. Says, med, I'm dead. So it says, templates will mostly allow you to define the looks. WordPress has a lot of plugins for booking and Google review widgets, CEO management, etc. No, yeah, facts. Yeah, but that's the thing though, because the only thing, because for instance, with HTML, CSS, I would have to learn a lot of JS to be able to create a booking system. But there's a way where you can link, and I've seen this plenty of times on websites, where you link the booking system, like the book now button, to just a Calendly, and then they're just fine with it because they already have the Calendly. So when people click it and they book for it, it just books on their Calendly. You know what I mean? So I don't really have to do the deep booking stuff unless that's what they want. But most of the time, it should be quite easy. And I probably would mention that beforehand, like this is going to link to your Calendly. You know what I mean? So it's saying it will cost you a lot to create everything from scratch. You actually don't need to pay, unless you're talking about WordPress. My bad. If you're talking about WordPress, then maybe. But if we're talking about HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, we really don't need to pay too much except for like hosting a website, which isn't even that much. It says, what am I building? As of right now, I already finished building. So if you want to check out tomorrow, or not even, because I'm not going live tomorrow, but Monday's live stream, I'm going to be building more over there. It says, yes, because some clients are really picky. They'll specifically want certain things to be as it is, no facts. It's going to be difficult for just making them choose between certain templates. No, the thing is that I'm like, hold on, let me make this clear. Sorry, because I don't know if I'm like missaying stuff. I'm going to allow them to, like, if they want, they can pick from these templates, or they're going to be able to create their own thing. That's why I was saying it's going to suck if they're like, you know what, I want it to be exactly like this, but it's not going to be difficult because that's why I'm currently putting myself into practice mode of making websites so that I can make them quicker. The only reason why it's not moving too fast is because I only have an hour out of my day. But when I eventually get more time, like when overtime gets cut, my goal is to continuously make continuously make websites so that I can make it quicker. You know what I mean? Just so I can make it quicker, and then when I get to that point, when I'm building it from scratch, I'm not saying it's gonna be, what I'm trying to say is it's not gonna be a 9 to 12 hour process, but it's also not gonna be like a 3-hour process if I'm making it from scratch. It's definitely gonna be in between. But I am going to allow them to pick templates. And the thing is if my templates look fire, they're probably going to pick a template over making their own. But if they make their own, that's no hassle either. Like, I'm still going to be able to do it. You know what I mean? In less time, as long as I keep building up the practice now. Because as of right now, yes, it takes me multiple days to make a website, right? As of right now. But when I keep getting that practice in, because practice makes perfect, practice is what allows you to move faster. That's when I'll be like, okay, now I feel like I'm ready. Because I'm not going to make websites for people if I think it's going to take me multiple days to make a website. I'm not going to do it. So at that point, I would know I need more practice. But if I'm realizing like, okay, I got this, I'm able to do it in like 4 to 5 hours, maybe less, then it's like, yeah, I'm going to start taking in clients. I'm going to be like, let's do it because I could get your website done today. You know what I mean? So saying time is money, but your approach with Calendly is okay. Yeah, I was going to say, because a lot of people do end up doing that. They leak it to the Calendly, or they leak it to like a different booking website that it just adds on into that. And most barbers or nail techs, they don't really mind as long as the website looks good and it can allow booking. They don't really care. But it says, I said above that your approach is good, but don't block out WordPress path completely. Oh no, definitely I'm not blocking WordPress out, but I do think that I could just do it with HTML, CSS, and JS. I'm definitely not blocking it out though. I probably am going to look more into it at some point because I do know that it's easier. But I feel like I just get a little bit more of a satisfaction knowing that I created it from scratch. You know what I mean? Says, or you could look at some SSGs which would use a markdown for website generation, but such tools focus on developer docs. You got this, bestie. Hey, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Make sure to end up hitting that sub button, by the way. Come and join this journey. Oh, we're at 1,132. Thank y'all so much for the subs today. Thank y'all for my old subscribers as well. Y'all kept this live popping too. That is amazing. But no, yeah. So that's what my goal is, because I don't want people to get confused. Like, I'm not expecting, and then like I said, I'm not expecting to just walk out there, make hella dough. Like, no, I just know that's not going to happen. That definitely is going to take a lot of time, and I'm okay with that, because I don't need money. My main job pays my bills, covers the car. I don't need money in that sense. What I need is that experience, and then through that experience, and who knows, like I said, I might stumble down the path of WordPress. I might stumble down the path of being like, you know what, I'm going to just do it with HTML, CSS, JS. It doesn't really matter how I do it. The goal is to just make websites and make a couple extra bucks on the side. That's really the goal. Says, but I've seen people using Hugo for personal blogs, so it could work for customer websites. Oh, that's a possibility too. That is a possibility too. But I don't know, I just feel like I find the joy in creating the website from scratch. I don't know why. I think it's the funnest thing to do. Um, and like I said, if I'm noticing that I'm not moving rather quickly, hey, it finally popped up on the screen. What's up, Ashtik? Thank you for the subscriber. I think I pronounced that right. I'm not sure. So I started HTML because of you. Hey, that's what's up. That is what's up, bro. That is so cool. Thank you so much. I'm glad I was able to inspire you to do that, man. It says, even if AI took all the jobs, creating something yourself and making it go boom. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't even care if I didn't make money. Like, that's the thing. My job covers everything that I work, and there's so many, because I don't want people to think that this is my end all be all. This is not. I can go any route at the end of the day. So even if this off collapsed, I'm chilling because my job is good. And even if I lost that job because of whatever circumstances, I can get another one, or I can just go to a trade school, learn maintenance, learn IT, do whatever, right? You could do, I could, like, I'm not someone where I let my brain, like, hold me back and think, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. No, I honestly think I can do whatever. You know what I mean? If I wanted to be a doctor today, I could be a doctor. I just got to sit there, study, go to college, get that degree, get my doctorate, right? Like, I go to medical school, my bad. That's all I would, need to do. It's a lot of work, but I don't let my mind stop me. So for me, this is not the end all be all to me. So it's like, sometimes I feel like people ask me questions in the events of like, they're thinking like, oh, and not you guys at all, but just, some people where they'll be like, oh, and they're asking it in a way as if this is everything to me. It's like, I don't need to code. Like, I don't need to. I'm okay with not coding. My job is perfectly fine. So for me, it's like, if freelancing didn't work, that's fine. If I could just make $50 extra a month off of doing like 2 or 1 website for a client, that's fine. I like that part of me, it just doesn't matter to me. But I do want to eventually, like, this is my hope to be a career. Like, I would like for me to work from home. That would be my dream job. But if it didn't happen, I'm not going to be crying on the floor. It's just on to the next opportunity. What else can I do? That's really how my mindset really be. Because, shoot, I can go for my CDL if all else failed. Like I said, I could go for maintenance if all else failed, construction, or go to a four-year college. I don't need to, take this route, but I love this route. It's a passion. I have so much fun. I think it can work. I think it's somewhat of a dream job, but if it doesn't work, man, it's okay. It's simply okay. So you said I want a job at the end of this year. Oh, that's pretty dope, man. I hope that you can do it, man. Praying. That would be super, super dope. How long have you been coding for? You put, can I learn JS in 30 days? I think you could. I think no matter what, I think anyone could learn it quickly as long as you put in a lot of time and you're actually learning and building. I think it can definitely be done. Especially if you're someone who has more time in your day, I think it can definitely be done. I think that's gonna be super, super damn dope. But alright, y'all. Oh damn, I didn't even notice, but my video ended up hitting like 400 views just now. That's what's up. I'm about to respond to this dude's comment. I don't think he's here, but I don't think he's here in this live. That'd be super dope if he was. It says, I suggest though, since you really want to go coding, you should also apply for web jobs while you're doing freelance on the side, cause freelancing without using WordPress is gonna wear you out. Not worth it. I mean, maybe you're right. Who knows? That's why I'll have to see myself, honestly. But I've already said before that I was going to be applying for web jobs when I'm doing freelance. But the thing is that I do know that web jobs want you to learn React. So the only thing that I said was that I was probably going to do freelancing first before learning React, just to see how much extra I could really make in a month. And then from that point, I was going to learn React, and then I was going to start applying to web dev jobs. So I'm not like completely not considering web dev jobs. I'm going to be applying. I'm just saying I know how difficult it is, that I'm not going to be like, I'm not going to sit there and get my hopes up and be like, I'm going to get this web dev job, and then I never get a web dev job. You know what I mean? Like what's more realistic is doing it more so as a side hustle or as a freelance job, rather than doing it as a web dev, like trying to go for an actual career. So, and not saying you can't get the career, but because I'm still going to be applying, but I'm just not going to sit there and get my hopes up like, yes, this is going to happen, when it might not, right? It might take more years than that. But with freelance, it's like you're kind of gonna make money no matter what. It just depends on how much, because it depends on your work as in getting clients and then the value you can give, and can you even get clients, right? That's really the goal. But no, yeah. So I think that might be it. I think that might be it. If anyone has any more questions, you could definitely ask away, but I think that might be it. I just wanted to explain my intentions a little bit more because I just don't want people thinking like this is the end all be all, or that like things need to be a certain way. Like I really don't, because especially too, like my main dream, like I have so many dreams, but my main dream, I would love to make video games. But it's like eventually I do plan on learning how to make video games, but that might not be possible, right? It just depends on, but something that I like to live by. Something I like to live by, and it was a quote that I said in my video. Hold on. It was a quote that I said in my video that someone like rewrote. Where is it at? Oh damn, did they delete their comment? Oh wait, no, right here. It says, failing at something that I believe in is better than never trying at all. That's how I feel, and that's how I'm gonna leave y'all off today. Failing at something that I truly believe in is better than never trying at all. And I honestly think, like, and then this is the next part. The alternative is looking back in 5 years, wishing I had started today. And those two quotes I live by, because even if all else fails, I don't want people to think it's the end of the world, or like they could be like, oh, like you failed. It's like, to me, I don't care, because in the end, I'm happy I chased something that I was passionate about, that I dreamed about, that I had so much fun doing, rather than never chasing it. Now I'm in my 70s, like, how would it have been if I chased it? You know what I mean? And I'm also not somebody who's just chasing the dream and I'm like, F life. It's like, no, I still got bills I need to get paid. That's why I keep putting, I put my main job first right now, because that's what's paying the bills. This isn't paying the bills yet. So it's like, I can't really do this over doing that. But it's like, that's really my mindset. I refuse to stop chasing my dream, even if, because I rather fail than not chase it at all. Someone said, I suggest though, oh wait, oops, I already read that. That I'm also like you. I thought I can do freelance or be an indie dev, but as I did more research, I found out that C# is too much for web freelancing job. So I feel like I wasted my time. I won't quit. Wait, I'm confused. So you're saying you tried to be a freelancer, but as I did more research, I found out that C# is too much for a web freelancing job? I'm confused what you mean by that. But then it says, I'm going to DevOps after the full stack in next 3 months. Hey, that's what's up, bro. That is what's up. Deuces. Sorry, I just real quick, I want to see what Clark is saying here, and then I'll probably leave, unless Clark already left. But it says, also, you probably won't earn money making video games. No, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, my dream is making video games, but I'm probably going to learn it just for fun. But making that into a career would definitely be hard as hell. So it's more for like a hobby. It doesn't guarantee anything, so I'm going to aim for a web dev job in an enterprise, even though that's not my plan as an introvert. So then, so you're saying you tried doing freelance work, but then what happened? That's where I'm a little stuck. So you're saying you found out that C# is too much for a web freelancing job, so I feel like, probably basically what you're telling me. You're probably saying because like you did it and it started feeling like a little bit tiring for you because you started doing stuff from scratch, basically, is what made that difficult. But my thing is, I was going to say, did you offer them templates? Like, I'm just wondering, because I truly believe if I offered people templates and the templates look fire, I feel like they would pick a template. But who knows? Maybe I could be tripping. Oh, damn, I don't think my comments are coming through. Oops. My bad. Oh, wait, no. This for video games, I would say you need proper CS skills, so you'd better go for the CS50. Oh yeah, no, facts. I already know that. I'm not trying to do video games no time soon. No time soon. But I do know I need to go a whole different route with video games. That's not even remotely close to web development. Web development compared to making video games, web development is like dummy easy compared to that. I already know about that. So saying, how can we learn from we do, like, try to be better from building things? Yes, try to build things and you'll get better through doing that. It says that C# thing is not true about web dev. There are more jobs at Upwork for Mern Stack and Python Django Stack. Oh, okay. It says, well, not like I'm job ready for freelance work. I'm still learning post SQL. I won't quit my journey since I already started it. There's no going back. Okay, big facts, big facts. Oh, so you haven't really tried being a freelancer? He said, no, like I'm job ready for freelancer work. Well, not like I'm job ready. Oh. Okay, I see what you're saying. But yeah, so that's pretty much my goal, man. But we're actually gonna end up ending this right here. I hope y'all enjoyed this stream, man. Thank you all to the new subs. Thank you to the old subs. Thank y'all for tuning in to the stream. Y'all are amazing. Y'all are great. Love y'all. I will be seeing y'all on Monday. Sunday is somebody's birthday in my family, so I'm gonna be celebrating that. But I might, because I'm trying to get more active on my Instagram. So I'm gonna be posting a lot on my stories going throughout my day. When it's my day off. When I'm at work, I can't post nothing. I'm sorry. But when it's my day off, I'm going to be sitting there documenting my journey. So if y'all want to follow me on Instagram, definitely hit my Instagram up. My Instagram is Marzy's Journey, or Marzy's Journey, no S, 09. You'll find my Instagram, and from there, hopefully tomorrow, I'm going to be taking a lot of pictures, showing what my day looked like, trying to let y'all follow along with me. It should be a pretty dope journey if y'all want to follow and see stuff like that. So I'll be ending the stream here. See y'all later. Deuces.